Okay. Well, anyways, we're gonna watch a. You'll figure out when you hear it.
Hey people. Seth here. The following is highly experimental and may come off as disjointed or schizophrenic.
But we love Elden Ring.
Elden Ring, the newest hot release by Hideo Miyazaki of Ghibli Studios.
What?
Famous for classic animations such as Howl's Moving Mausoleum and My Invader Totoro. From Software have really outdone themselves, as this game features
Real
not
shit,
one,
though.
but 2 crustaceans, possibly even more. Unfortunately, I haven't unlocked the ability to swim, so I cannot confirm or deny that. The game begins, and I make my character. His name? Sambubu. His class, naturally, is wretched. I did originally consider prisoner, but I chose not to.
No.
I take the key as my starting item, and live to regret it after I get immediate access to a side dungeon and get run over repeatedly by a speeding train. I chose instead to go the other way. After camping a few times, Melina comes by and offers me an accord. I turn it down because I think it's funny. I then proceed to kill Morgott and Godric before I realize I haven't leveled up. How was I supposed to know I had to say yes? Miyazaki, just because I'm offered the ability to talk to a woman doesn't mean I'm going to take it. I think that's a symptom of bad design. Conversely, I fell for the oldest trick in a book, the warm embrace of a woman's lap, only to find out 100 hours later it's actually a debuff. What did they mean by this? I guess I'll have to consult a 40-minute lore video to figure out the true symbology behind this item description.
Yeah, what the hell? So hugging a woman is bad, according to the game. That's not very good, guys. I don't know. That's not very good.
Passive storytelling at its very best, especially when half a characters either disappear, die, or start T-posing during your playthrough. This might bother people who believe there's a story, which is the equivalent of finding a bunch of random notes and thinking to yourself, damn, that book was wild. Halo.
That's right, Mog trying to get Mikella pregnant, but Mikella's a dude. Ah! Miyazaki really said women interactions now get cursed. Chat, hug a woman and get cursed, or don't hug a woman and not get cursed. What would you pick?
Plot is crazy. Have you not read all the secret
Halo.
terminals? On the bright side, Dark Souls lore channels now have a steady source of
Beginner's Guide to Mating. Who made this video?
bread for the next 4 years.
Who made this video?
You'll know every side character better than your own family. I don't remember which war Granddad was fighting, but I do know Patches. I know that, canonically, he is circumcised. Honestly, I don't judge. I still get to have my wife Ronnie. What I'm criticizing is the involvement of this fat fuck. Celebrated offer, helping to weave the narrative experience.
Okay.
Let's see what this dude wrote.
Okay.
Sunset found her squatting in the grass, groaning. Every stool was looser than the one before and smelled fouler. By the time the moon came up, she was shitting brown water. The more she drank, the more she shat, but the more she shat, the thirstier she grew, and her thirst sent her crawling to the stream to suck up more water. I rest my case. J.R.R. Martin is the greatest author who has ever lived. He has also never finished his books, and so, fittingly, From Software has embodied the spirit of J.R.R. Martin by never finishing a single quest line. Elden Ring is an ambitious platformer, and if you disagree, you haven't played the game, because half this game is jumping with a head start, or falling into a hole, into a canyon, into the place you originally wanted to, but accidentally jumped before doing so, adding an extra foot to the height of your fall, which turned it into a lethal descent. There's nothing I love more than jumping awkwardly off rooftops, but how do we spice it up? Archers. You love archers. They're on every roof, and they've got tracking. And guess what? The sewer levels are back. And this time, they're essential to the plot. Yeah,
they are.
I'm thinking game of the year. Calling the mountain your game, Torrent. Absolute genius. So, anybody Googling Elden Ring Torrent gets a bunch of horse pictures instead. I can't wait until Elden Ring 2 features the popular and beloved character Codex de Nuvo pre-cracked no virus. But why are we here?
Oh, dude. Oh, wait, I gotta take another screenshot.
No.
We're here for the difficulty because we're hardcore gamers. Take it from me. I've already beaten the final boss, John Elden Ring, so I can give a few pointers. Have you ever used a weapon, armor, fast travel, potions, or open the world map? I'm sorry to say, but you're playing the game wrong. This game is meant to be played level 1 as a wretch, using a single club, no upgrades. If you disagree, I'll call you a casual. If you ever hear someone talking like this, Take pity on them, because this behavior is characteristic of someone who stacks no paper and gets no bitches.
True.
This game isn't hard. Not because it's not hard, but because video games fundamentally aren't hard. You know what's hard? The circumstances of life, getting a degree, having a stable family, being born with a baby arm. You're born and one arm develops normally into an adult arm, but the other is this stunted mini child arm, which stops growing at like 3 years of age. So you're this freakish monstrosity. You'll be known around town as Baby Arm Man, and the only job you'll ever have is baby arm stock photo. Because
Is he projecting right now? Just a question. Is bro projecting? Also, him not picking up his souls is like mildly upsetting. Deadass.
it's harder for them to get a kid to pose for that. It's a lot more convenient to have a malformed monstrosity on standby. Furthermore, I genuinely believe that pattern recognition is a form of cheating. Your Homo sapiens brain is literally destroying the difficulty of the experience by compensatory adaptation. I hope that people consider this in the future and later learn to recognize that the truest From Software experience would be a lobotomite run, where prior to playing, we perform a frontal lobotomy and sever your prefrontal cortex. Sometimes the only option you have to preserve the purity of your experience is brain damage. Multiplayer enhances the experience. Sometimes you'll see white phantoms briefly appear. These are players from other worlds going through their own journey. Once I saw a white phantom appear, teabagging a dead NPC. In this moment, I knew I was playing a masterpiece. Messages and appraisal are exactly how Reddit users believe karma works. You upvote, and you get actual physical nourishment from the karma. Oh look, a message on the floor. Maybe someone out there will tell me something useful. Then you open it and read it, only to see dog butthole, closely followed by Fortnite. According to a true story, once upon a time, Miyazaki's car broke down in the middle of a road. This was during winter, so no help was to be found, when suddenly 3 strangers appeared out of nowhere, sucked him off, and left without even saying a word. And that's how Miyazaki got the inspiration for Souls multiplayer. Gameplay, flawless, stunning, effervescent. Just like Bloodborne was a complex allegory for sexually transmitted HIV, Elden Ring is a rich synesthesia between seeing Swampland and remembering Blighttown, or hearing Leyendell long after you've left the capital, because my ears are still ringing from the sound of those fucking trumpets. Actual, real critique. No jokes, no giggles. I think every boss should have a steak of America outside the boss room. Generally, this is true, but sometimes I gotta walk, and traditionally, I do not consider cardio as part of a boss fight. Now, the walks are more generous than any other Souls game, but just because somebody chose to take a smaller shit in my rice doesn't change the fact that it's still there. Inside my bowl, steaming up my Tupperware. I would also have originally said that the death screen is quite long, but then I realized it's working as intended. You see, when you die in PvP, you have no option but to watch helplessly as someone spams point down and repeatedly defiles your dead body. My complaints are pretty mild. If, like me, you didn't realize Vigor has a non-linear scaling, it would have helped immensely to know that going 10 to 20 makes no tangible difference, but 20 to 40 is all the difference between taking a blow and getting one-tapped by most of the game. I wish I knew that at the start. Luckily, this game is very generous with its ability to reroll your character. If you're still paranoid, you can back up your save at no risk. I've done this more than 100 times without issue, and recommend you do the same, because despite what anybody says, there's a million ways to brick your save. I've done it. I can reproduce it. It's still there. Also, easy anti-cheat is a very good anti-cheat because it's very easy to turn off. My friend may have done exactly that and more. Tell me, Seth, was he punished? Is he banned? No, some of the later fights have interesting hitboxes. Not like I care. I cheesed through that shit. This game makes you realize the greatest companion you'll ever have is yourself. So why not make a copy? Lore. Before continuing, we have to stop and talk about the best character in the game. Dung Eater. Loathsome Dung Eater. Ferocious feaster of feces. Devious doo-doo devourer.
The pee-pee poo-poo man.
Consumes excrement, feces, shit even. Nihilistic and with a wicked sense of humor. His greatest desire is to eat the poo-poo and, of course, murder you and defile your dead body. I think there's a lot we can learn from Dung Eater, but as a society, we're not yet ready for that conversation. Builds. There's many builds. Strength is terrible until you realize you can power stance through the entire game and block everything else with barricade shield for 0 stamina. Going strength, unfortunately, puts you at the highest risk group for naming yourself the Black Swordsman and cosplaying as your favorite slice of life anime.
That's what I'm doing. Oh, fuck. That is what I'm doing, though. What the fuck? I'm being called out right now, and I don't like it. I am in this video, and I don't like it. Fuck.
Hi besties, it's me, Miwa, and if you're enjoying today's video, please consider subscribing, okay? Like, please, 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 times 1 billion. I'm like, really asking this of you, ne?
The crazy caca consumer, that's Dung Eater. That's Dung Eater for everybody. Very original. You don't understand. If a game lets me cosplay my favorite anime character, I will do it. Okay? Fuck you. If they let me be Ichigo from Bleach, I would fucking do it. But they won't. So the best I can do is be Guts. If not, like what? I could go be Frieren.
If I see you doing this, I'll summon you intentionally so I can kick you for my world. Dexterity. Do you enjoy katanas? How about double katanas?
Hell
Each
yeah.
one longer than the last. Using realistic, historically accurate sword techniques from feudal era Japan? What about epic PvP compilations? Say no more. Get a river of blood today. Intelligence. Some would say a great deal of their enjoyment comes from learning the moveset of every boss. A rhythmic dance between sword, swipe, and parry. A lethal symphony. Silenced only by death. Others would disagree. I'm confident that if you ask any player running sorcery what's their favorite boss, they'll recoil in surprise and say, I don't know any. I just sit at the back and spam Azure Comet. Faith. Incantations are very good. Abusing the animation of Catch Flame to cast them instantaneously is even better. And before you say it, I know. It's working exactly as intended. You know what else is intended?
What
This.
else?
Also, this and this. My greatest enjoyment of this game, beyond the exploration, the richness of the graphics, and the scale of the world they made, has been abusing every mechanic I possibly can before it gets patched out. And so,
Okay,
inevitably,
that's
I've
true.
taken to abusing other players. You might call them humans. I call them people
No.
who use Moonveil unironically. And thus, I feel no remorse for any of my actions.
No,
In
I do
summary,
agree.
Elden Ring attracts many different responses. Some fillet the long shaft of FromSoft endlessly. Others hate it because of their own incompetence. Walking manifestations of a Dunning-Kruger effect, these people believe that failure is not their own and somehow inflicted upon them by the universe. You can't be bad at video games, as
You can't.
video games are merely a subject matter. No, that is a deficit in your cognitive ability, something that likely plagues you in every aspect of your life. In summary, if you're bad at video games, you're bad at life. You've got a smooth brain and a low IQ. Your fate is to be a grunt in the New World Order. And then there's others, like me, who
Oh
are
my
quietly
God.
waking up to the fact that maybe we should have never dropped those bombs to begin with. I guess what I'm trying to say is Elden Scrolls 10 out of 10 garbage. I love it. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. If you're interested in some merchant multiplayer, password FUGHUNT goes in all fields. First 52 get a 15% off their first month of FUGHunters.com, the official sponsor of this video. And now, allow me to conclude this presentation with some calming visuals. Rest assured, most of the things seen here can no longer be afflicted on another human being. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild generously funding and bankrolling these videos. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one.
I would, like, one day, I aspire to have something like this.
Get out of here with that shit, man. Yo, you don't know me and you don't know I'm going through, so fuck you and your lame ass point of view. That's
Dude, okay, never mind. I feel abused by this now. I feel abused by this. What?
my whole mission from the start. You put it together, I tear it all apart. What? Gotta get mine, stepping through this
I feel
minefield.
abused
And what's
by
not
this.
mine
Oh,
becomes
boy.
mine. You mine? That's the way I gotta take it from the mans. Put a price up on the fans. I put let up in the stands. It doesn't matter who the target is. You
I
know
see
I'm
that
gonna
hat,
feel
I'm
this shit
scared.
once I get it
I know.
started, kid. That's the way I
Oh,
gotta
yeah.
market it. Marksman, mercenary, making all your hearts skip. And I can turn you into parts quick. Put you in a
Oh,
box
yeah.
and ship you off the yard six. Where the non-believers go. The ones that started pleading because they couldn't take the bleeding from the beating, yo. So you might want to shut your mouth before you end up in a pine box headed down south. Your mama
Oh,
brought
yeah,
you in.
no,
I'ma
no.
take you out. Send you down to hell, you can burn like out. I'ma make it clear, I won't leave a doubt. I told you I'm here, it's my only route.
That's
so you
not
can
very
stick
good,
around, 'cause it's
guys.
gonna be a thriller in this world. Ain't no other option for a killer. I just gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough, gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough, gotta get the cash, gotta get the
Chat.
dough. Body for a price, just say so. Gotta get the cash, gotta get the
I do have trauma.
cash, gotta get the dough, gotta get the cash, Gotta get the dough, if it means kill 'em all, then I won't say no. No is what I hear all the time when I'm slaying them. Body parts, so nice for laying them.
It doesn't even go that hard
Gotta keep it light
in
the
like
store,
a
move the
Night
grain
Rain
back.
though.
But you can get your axe to the back.
And
or
you
a
know
slap
I
to the
fucking
face from the
love
clap
Night
of a gat.
Rain.
Strapped to your waist, plastic to your hat. Back, feel the tragic collapse. I'd say it's pretty serious. So maybe you should start thinking, well, it's time to be
Like-
hearing this. Cause if I keep hearing this, I'ma have no other choice but to leave your whole fam hearing
Wasn't that OP in Elden Ring?
I care about my pockets, not about your feelings.
Maybe
Shit.
I
So when
should go
kill
like
the
a
man,
fake
it ain't
build next
personal, it's just the
time.
only way I still can make a grand.
No, but I
Understand
like
what
my
I'm
strength
talking about?
build,
Get the
even though I'm like
picture
ass
of
at
what
like
this all
blocking.
about. It's time for you to walk it out. You don't want to be around when these dogs start barking out. You don't want to play the target route. Cause I don't get paid unless the fucking target's out.
But
That's the way
actually,
it
you know
goes.
what?
That's
If
the
I
only
want to
way
do a
I know
Bleach
just to make my
cosplay in
dough.
Elden Ring, I should just go Dex, right? Because I can use katanas. But then I won't be able to use like the bomb. I don't know. I can't get to get Tensho on everything.
Gotta get the dough, gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough. If it means kill 'em all, then I won't say no. Shit. You think I'm just gonna sit around and
Yeah, I
do
don't know.
nothing? Huh. They're fucking monsters out there, man.
Chat.
Somebody's gotta kill them. You can keep your justice, man. I got my justice right here. Gotta get the cash, gotta get the dough, gotta get the
And people have tried. I'm pretty sure. Well, you know what? If somebody's tried it, we'll just have to Google. We'll just have to Google how they did it. You want the normal or the thick katana? I mean, if I cosplay Ichigo in Elden Ring, then I'm 90% sure you do need like the thick
All right.
katana though.
All right. That's all I needed, baby.
Hell yeah.
It's amazing.
The number of friends where they'll like DM me like as I've like started streaming more, right? The number of YouTuber friends who will DM me to be like, "Hey, are you free right now? Can you help me record footage?" And I have to be like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm.
Hideo Miyazaki at 3 a.m.
Real. I'm scared.
Hello? 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 Hideo Miyazaki?
不用谢谢我，我的笑，你要大家到谢谢别的，never call that come again，不用。
That's Chinese, by the way. What the fuck? War Thunder review. Oh man. Wait, there's a video called Warhammer Quiz, but the questions are gay, and I can't watch it yet. This is evil. What's the Chinese guy saying? I have no idea. I wasn't fucking listening. I just heard it. I went, oh my god, that's not Miyazaki. That's Chinese.